I'm glad that you're here for some yoga with a story. If you're new here, I'm Leanne, this is Shane, and we do these yoga stories every week here on our YouTube, and we have a lot of new subscribers, so welcome to all the new subscribers. Shane says welcome too. And another wonderful thing that's happening today is that when we're shooting, it is the holiday season, the Christmas season. So today, we're going to do a Christmas themed yoga. So come onto your yoga mat, get comfortable wherever you are, and let's make some imagination magic in our bodies. So here we go. You ready, Shane? You ready? I think that's definitely a yes. I hope you're ready too. So wherever you are in the world, and whatever season it is, I want you to know something that's amazing about yoga. And whether you believe in Santa Claus or not, that's fine. Because when you come to your yoga mat, we can make imaginary magic. So even if you are one of these cynical people who's like, no, Santa's not real. Well, you know what? In yoga, we're going to pretend and use our imaginations and make all those things real. So are you ready to use your imagination with me for a story? Excellent. So sitting up really, really tall in your yoga mat, and here we are in our first yoga pose of our yoga session today. And I'm just going to remind you to stick to the whole yoga class today because I have a bonus pose for you at the end. So our first yoga pose is easy pose. We're going to do some good ones today, like we always do. And we're going to just start off here, palms open. Crisscross yoga sauce your legs. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth like you're blowing out through a straw. You did it. You're here in your easy pose. You're sitting up tall and you're ready for a little warm up before we start our yoga adventure today. Come onto your hands and knees and let's warm up. The most important part about yoga is our breathing. So from here in our tabletop position, we're going to breathe in and look up, and then breathe out and round your spine and look towards your tummy. Do it again. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, look down. Breathe in, look up. We're going to hold it here. When you breathe out, look down and hold it here and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze here in your cat pose, and then come back to your flat back. All right, we're going to lift up one leg, lift up one arm, and let's pretend we're here in Santa's sleigh. Just go soaring through the sky on Christmas Eve and come back and breathe in. And when you breathe out, I want you to lift your leg up and lift your arm up. Shane, are you on Santa's sleigh with us? Reach your finger, reach your toes, breathe, and come back to flat back. All right, I think we're ready to begin our story. We started off in our Santa sleigh pose, but this story is actually not about Santa. It's about an elf. So come up into your standing position with me. Now to be an elf here in yoga, I'm going to invite you to take hold of one foot and find your balance and lift up, your other leg, find your balance and breathe. So this elf was not like all the other elves. Keep breathing here, reach your fingers up to the sky. This elf really did not like to be around a lot of other elves. She was, I guess you'd call her shy or maybe even nervous. So take one more breath in, reach up here in your yoga elf pose and release. Other leg comes up. Hi Shane, are you having fun? I hope your dog at home is doing yoga with you, or maybe your cat if you have one, or maybe your hamster. And here you're going to reach your finger up and stretch here in elf pose. So some elves are more quiet and shy than others. This elf in our story was so quiet and shy, and she didn't like crowds, and she didn't like the fact that elves were always release your legs. We're always singing together Christmas carols and having the annual elf dance. She was like, this is not for me. So one day she decided to leave all the other elves and go live at the tippy top of a mountain. This is our mountain pose. So from here, I want you to just tuck your hips down. We are in another yoga pose. It may just seem like you're standing, but when you're doing yoga, you're aware of every part of your body. So notice your feet. Are they strong and solid like a mountain? Notice your knees. Notice your hips. Notice your tummy. Notice your chest and your heart. Is it breathing and open? Notice every part of you. Tuck your chin a little bit. Here on the top of the mountain, this is where the elf came to live in the quiet of nature. But because she was an elf, of course, she needed to find some reminders of home. She chose to live right past Candy Cane Lane in the thick, deep forest with candy canes everywhere. So reaching over and be a candy cane, look up and breathe and come back and try the other side, candy canes on both sides of your body. Don't forget to breathe and reach and stretch and imagine yourself deep in the forest with all the beautiful candy canes all around you on the top of a mountain in the peace and quiet of nature. So the elf was very happy. She made many friends. Many of the woodland creatures were her friends. She particularly liked the trees, so we're going to come into our tree pose. She loved how much they were so calm and peaceful. Made her feel much more at home than she did with the hustle and bustle of all the other elves. Bring your hands to your heart and change legs. Be a tree and imagine that you are a tree who's a friend to elves and a friend to everything, bringing oxygen and shade and a home to other nature, other animals and nature, nests and squirrels, so birds and squirrels, and release. She loved how peaceful and quiet they were. Well, the elf spent her days and her nights doing her favorite thing, making toys for all the good children so that she could give them away at Christmas. Imagine how the elf would wrap and prepare the presents. So what do you think that an elf would do to make a present really special? If you said put a bow on top, you're absolutely right. So we're going to start with the bows today. Come down onto your tummy and we're going to lift one leg up and just reach behind and grab that foot if you can. Look behind it at your foot if you can. And breathe and release and try the other side. Bring it up, hold it up. Nice stretch here and release. Now, many Christmas presents are red and green and gold and silver. So you can imagine what color your bow will be. Let's take hold of both feet now and lift them up and breathe. And imagine what color is your bow. Maybe it's all the Christmas colors. And release. So the elf was putting bows on the presents and putting the final touches. And let's wrap some of the presents right now that the elf made. One of the things that she made that you might like as well is Lego. So we are going to become a Lego blocks ourselves. You can be tiny Lego or the bigger Lego. But you're going to imagine your spine is like Lego tower, a Lego tower. So sit up tall and imagine from where you're touching the yoga mat, reach that part of you down to where you're not touching your yoga mat, all the way to the sky. So a nice tall spine tower is exactly what we're going to pretend to be, a Lego block tower. Breathe in, breathe out. And if someone toppled the tower, what might happen? Boop, you can fall down and build it right back up whenever you need to. She also put a stuffed dog into a box. I wonder if Shane would like to have a toy stuffed dog, or I wonder if you ever had a toy stuffed dog. And we are going to become that toy stuffed dog. Put your paws in front, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, and what do stuffed toy dogs say? They might say, woof, 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 woof. And don't forget to breathe and bark. Very nice. Some of you also might like this. It is a ball. You're going to turn yourself into a little ball. Come onto your back. Roll, roll, roll. Keep yourself teeny tiny and roll your ball back. Keep breathing. I wonder what color your ball is. And squeeze everything in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So she put the ball in the box. Made sure there was a bow on top of that one. She also put some huge stuffed elephants into different boxes and packages. So open your legs, open your arms, get really big, get really round. Take your elephant trunk, breathe it up, Look up and then lower your trunk down. Lift it up, breathe up, and lower it down. One more time, elephants. I want to see and hear all the elephants. And release. All the toys getting packaged up just in time for Christmas. Stay here, keep your legs apart. She also put some doll houses. So we're going to become that dollhouse right now. Point one toe out, both arms reaching, stretching, breathing, tip of your head up to the sky. And here we come into our triangle pose, just like the top of a dollhouse. Look down, look up, and come all the way back up. And switch sides. Toes going out, reach your arms up, big, big breath in, and lower down to be a triangle on the other side, all the way down. Triangle pose, just like the tippy top of a house, a dollhouse. And come back up. Such an exciting time, all these toys going to new houses. We're gonna hop our feet together. 1, 2, 3, hop. Now, something that always goes well with a dollhouse is, of course, some dolls. So we're going to breathe our arms up and be a rag doll and come all the way down. Bend your knees, breathe your arms up, and rag doll pose all the way down. And one more time, breathe your arms up and rag doll all the way down. Okay, we're going to come back onto our yoga mats because we need to make sure that every single present has a bow. So our final bow pose today. Come on back onto your tummy, starting off with one arm and one leg only, and stretch. See how that feels. Try the other side. You remember what happens next? Both legs, both arms. Lift it up, breathe it up, hold it there, and release. All right, all the presents were wrapped, all of the boxes looking great. Elf is now ready to distribute these beautiful presents to the children in the world. Let's go to the tippy top of our mountain. Bring your big bag, put it on your back, and here we go. Higher. Higher. Now you may know that elves have power, magical power, just like we do when we're doing yoga. And she was able to take those presents, we use all of her magical elf power, and lift them up with me, lift, 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 and throw them. And down they went, all the way to the village where all the children lived, landing in each apartment and house and condo and tent and all the different places where all the children lived in all the land, just like that. That elf felt great, and she walked back to where she lived very peacefully, knowing that she was able to help so many children enjoy the Christmas season. She went home and she sat in her chair, sit with me, and she took a little cup of tea, and she ate a cookie, and she lit a little fire in her fireplace. Come down onto your yoga mat. We're going to practice our fire log pose. One leg comes on top, just like that. Sit up tall, breathe, and switch it over, other side. The fire was crackling. She was feeling so relaxed. When she heard, all of a sudden, something was coming around that she hadn't heard before. What could it be? It was Santa. Santa came to her and thanked her for all of the beautiful presents. Release your fire log pose. Come back to your easy pose where we started. Santa said thank you to the elf for bringing all of the presents to the children, and Santa gave a present to the elf, a beautiful, soft, warm blanket. The elf took the blanket, cuddled herself up in it, and lay down on her yoga mat. And I'm going to, well, she wasn't on a yoga mat, but we are. She lay down in her bed, and we're going to lie down on our yoga mats. And Shane might lie down too with us. Get yourselves comfortable for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Feel yourself melting into your space where you are. Feel yourself letting go. Feel yourself warm and safe, rested and peaceful. Imagining all of the children receiving all of the presents and knowing that you did a great job as an elf, or whoever you are and whatever you've done today or this week or this year. Give yourself a little imaginary pat on the back for everything good that you've done, and most importantly, everything good that you are. You are good, just because you're you. Take a last long deep breath in with me. Let it all go. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. However you like, you may slowly come back up to sitting. Good job. I promised you one more bonus yoga pose because you stuck around till the end, and I'm so proud of you for that. So our final bonus yoga pose is going to be Santa's laugh. Okay, my friends, put your hands on your tummy, take a deep breath in through your nose, and we're going to blow out through our mouth and say the famous laugh of Santa, which is ho, ho, ho. But it's really got to come out with a lot of breath. So big, round Santa belly, deep, jolly breath in through your nose, and everyone together, ho, 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 ho. I really hope that you can feel your belly moving when you do it. Do it again. Breathe in with me. Belly gets big when you breathe in, and then we'll say ho, 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 ho. One more time. Here we go. All the Santas in all the world. Deep breath in. And let's say it together. Ho, 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 ho. Excellent job. You did it. You're amazing. Merry Christmas. Have all the fun. I hope you get to eat a candy cane, maybe even open a present if you're super lucky. And better still, if you get to be like the elf and give a present, I'm telling you, nothing in the world feels better than that. I'll see you again soon for more yoga with a story from Dragon, who's behind the camera, and myself, I'm Bunny, and our little dog Shane. We wish you a very happy holiday season. Bye for now.